Good morning. Warm welcome to all of you to this issue briefing with the Mayor of Kiev, Vitali Klitschko. Mr. Klitschko, warm welcome to you. Thank you for joining us at this crucial time for your country and for your city. For many long weeks, your military and your citizens were bravely defending your city against the Russian onslaught. Long weeks. Now in early April, the Russian army was pushed away from the Kiev area. So first of all, how are you doing? How are the citizens of Kiev doing? What is life like in Kiev right now? Help us understand.
First of all, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Sorry, coming late because GPS doesn't accept the police which close the streets. It was a little bit complicated coming to the sanction. Thank you for big interest for Ukraine, for Kyiv, for capital of Ukraine. It's very important. Yes, of course. Right now in World Economic Forum is the main question, safety for economy, safety for the world, safety for the peace, safety for human lives, and many these points depend from our homeland, from Ukraine. It's not secret, right now is war. It's not special operation, what told Russian propaganda. It's real war. It's one of the biggest war after this Second World War in Europe. Thousands and thousands of people already died. Big part of them civilian. And also a lot of children. Right now, in this moment, is a huge battle of east of Ukraine. The Russian army attacked Ukrainian forces, and every minute died Ukrainian. Also, it's not secret, the main priority to occupy the whole country and the main target was and still the capital of Ukraine, the heart of the country. I am very proud to be Ukrainian. I am very proud to be the part of our society who tough and defend our homeland, our home city from Russians. It's everybody in the world, all experts told and give to Kyiv a couple of days. The Ukrainian warriors stay and don't give the chance to Russian aggressors occupied our city. After that, the whole world see the horrible images from our satellite city, Borodianka, Irpin, Gostomel, Bucha. And everyone understand. It's not special operation. It's not the war. After these images, what everyone saw, everyone can say is genocide of Ukrainian population. Children, women, old people, civilian was killed. It's a difficult time It's really difficult time right now to explain about that. Right now in Davos, in Switzerland, sunshine, peaceful atmosphere. It's difficult to understand and to see, to feel the atmosphere of people who in one moment homeless, in one moment they doesn't see the future, in one moment someone doesn't have friends, relatives, parents. It's difficult to understand that and to explain the smell of bodies in the street. It's what happens right now is huge tragedy. Tragedy not just for Ukraine, and tragedy for millions of people in Europe. And also, I want to say, it's big tragedy for Russians. They not understand exactly right now what it means tragedy, but slowly the understanding coming to everyone. Thank you to tough Ukrainian soldier. They defend our hometown and the Russians moved. After that we see destroyed infrastructure, destroyed logistic, destroyed the life of the people, and right now we try to do it, to bring that together, to bring back normal life. It's not easy task. In our hometown, aggressors killed more than 100 people, 120 people. More than 300 was injured. 16 children was in critical condition in hospitals. 4 children died. Destroyed all refinery around Kyiv. Destroyed logistic centers which bring the food to our city. And right now, main task for me as manager of the city, to bring these services to everyone, to bring the normal life, and main priority, I starting my speech, main priority for every Ukrainian, for every citizen of our hometown, safety. Every day we see many times, we listen many times during the warning which told to everyone immediately they have to go in bunkers. I headed this voice. Some people spend months on the ground. And today not anyone has safety. Any second, any minutes, their rockets can launch it in any buildings. By the way, General Secretary to United Nations have visit in Moscow, meeting with Putin, and next day coming to Kyiv. in this moment when they have a discussion with President of Ukraine, 1.5 kilometer away launched Russian rockets, kill the people. Every human activity have rules. By the way, war have rules. We have a feeling this war against Ukraine, no rules. You ask me about right now the situation in Kyiv. Before the war, population in Kyiv was 3.5 million citizens. During the war, majority women, children moved to much more safety places, and we have a minimum around 1 million citizens. Right now, the people coming back, slowly coming back, and 2.5 we calculate with cell phones, with operators, 2.5 million people right now in Kyiv. Not everyone coming, but if someone asks me, should I come or not, I tell EU personal responsibility. We can't give you a guarantee for your safety. It's safety, your personal responsibility. It's public transportation work not so well like before. It's not so many services, but we give the best. We have electricity, water, the food, medical care, everything work in our hometown, but atmosphere is still strange because twice, 3 times a day, 4 times, sometime non-stop we listen this warning regarding alarm, and everyone have to go to the bunkers. I have a lot of stories. Today is 93rd day of the war, or 92 days.
92, yeah.
92 days of the war. I have a feeling it's one long day non-stop. I have a lot of stories, human stories. If you want to listen a couple of them, if you have a time, it will be interesting. If not, I can starting to question answer. By the way, I touched some very important points.
Please, Mr. Mayor, as you said, we will have some questions from the audience as well. Thank you so much for the important message that you just delivered. 2 things from me. As you said, this is still a hot war. Your nation is fighting for its freedom. Help us understand, because we are hearing, of course, that there is now heavy fighting in eastern Ukraine in particular. What is your assessment of the situation on the front there, if you can give us that?
The situation is... every one of you have to understand the reason of this war. It's a very important point. The reason of this war, which Ukrainian people to build modern democratic society and to be the part of European Union. This vision is not accepted in Russia because someone who's starting the war have idea to rebuild Soviet Empire, Russian Empire. And Ukraine is very important puzzle in this picture. My answer for that, we was in the USSR, we don't want back to USSR, we see future of Ukraine as part of European family, where main priority, human rights, press freedom. And the democratic standards of life is every Ukrainian want to be the part of European family. We Ukrainian, actually European, with our history, with our mentality, geographically we are European, we have to build these standards, European standards of life. Russian government don't accept that and want to rebuild. Talking right now about the Baltic countries, Poland, former Soviet bloc, and we have to understand it's from beginning we think they will be happy with annexion of Crimea, and after that Donetsk, Lugansk. Right now they want to occupy Ukraine, and I'm more than sure their plans not stopped in border of Poland. They go so far as far we allowed to go. And we, Ukrainian, right now, is everyone have to understand that very well. We're defending not just our family and our children. We're defending you because we have the same values. And we don't know how far plans have Russians government. And that's why I'm very appreciative for everyone who take refugees. Very appreciative for everyone who support Ukraine politically, economically, support with defensive weapon. Defensive weapon because we defend our country. Because Ukraine was always peaceful country where live peaceful people. We never was aggressive to anyone. And thank you very much for support. It's very important. Very important for Ukraine. It's very important for Europe. And this war is danger to everyone. Everyone in the European continent, everyone in the world.
Thank you. I'll open the floor to any. We will have 2-3 questions. So I think, gentleman over there.
Yes.
You can introduce yourself.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, my name is Mauricio Rodas. I am the former mayor of Quito, Ecuador. How can your fellow mayors from around the world support you and support Kyiv?
How can fellow mayors support you as a mayor of Kyiv, or fellow mayors from around the world?
Self-government is base for every democratic country. Self-government is fundament. It's not secret. Right now, the Russian aggressors, first of all, kidnapped the mayors of Ukrainian city, the leaders of opinion, the managers of communities. More than 30 was kidnapped. 12, we don't know, until today, we don't know where the 12 of mayors of the city. One of them, Mayor of Gostomel, was killed when he bring the medical aids and food to citizens, was shot. It's very important it's a challenge for everyone in the world. Some politicians in the world think the war is somewhere far away from us. It's biggest mistake to think the war in somewhere in Ukraine. This war can touch everyone in the European continent, not just in Europe. Touched everyone in the world. One example. Ukraine have 5 nuclear plants. One of them in Zaporizhia, Energodar, was on the fire. And the battle was exactly in the atom station. Power plants stay exactly in the line of the battles. If we receive the explosions of fire, it will be much bigger tragedy than Chernobyl catastrophe. It can touch everyone in the world. They have huge impact to everyone. I'm very appreciative for mayor of many cities who calling me, who make support, and everyone ready to help to rebuild the city, to invest his knowledge, energy, money to help Ukraine. It's very important for us. Very, very important for us to feel your support and have support. But first of all, right now, we have to stop the war.
Yeah.
And after that, we have to rebuild all infrastructure which destroyed aggressors.
Thank you. Gentleman over there and then lady here.
Thank you very much, Florian Schmidt, German journalist working for the news outlet T-Online. You were already saying that after the war, you need to rebuild and reconstruct also Kiev. We've learned that this reconstruction of the whole country might take a few $100 billion. Can you tell how much the reconstruction of Kiev alone would cost?
Thanks for Ukrainian warriors who defend our hometown. And everyone in the world know right now the names of our satellite city Bucha, Gostomel, Irpin, Borodyanka. This city is totally destroyed. It's 90% of the building destroyed, and right now we as city help to them. They was protection. This city was protection of our hometown. If we doesn't have this city, these battles and these horrible images will be from capital of Ukraine. We help a lot right now to the city, but in our hometown was destroyed more than 300 buildings, 220 apartments buildings where live the people. And our main priority right now until the winter season to rebuild, to make a reconstruction for this building and give the services to these people who is right now homeless. We need for that around, we calculate around 80 million euro. And we actually right now starting with reconstruction, and very thankful for everyone who helped us to take refugees and to help Kyiv with the reconstruction. It's many mayors of the world told we are ready to support financially right now in Kyiv. It's not so big money, but everyone have to understand. It's not destroyed just our infrastructure. The economy in our country also destroyed. And also many people right now is jobless, and many people right now have to survive, and we, in the same time, we have to deliver the services to everyone, and main priority, save the life of every citizens in our hometown.
No, thank you, and we all know you have every month $5 billion gap in terms of just keeping the country running. A huge effort, and you were part of a special session we had here also yesterday on the reconstruction, and we have, as you saw, there are many private sector leaders who are also very keen to help with reconstruction. We have time for one more question, so to the lady here in the front row, you've asked before, and then we'll wrap it up. It's right here. Oh, you have a mic? You need mic. No, it's here, front row. You were first.
Isabel Kerner with RTL and NTV in Germany. Chancellor Scholz will be speaking here today. What do you want to hear him say?
We expect from Germany, first of all, I want to say thank you for Germany. A lot of critique, a lot of opinion, but we have to never forget that Germans was the biggest supporter of Ukraine in past time. Give to Ukraine and support Ukraine with billions of euro is very important to take a support. We're talking right now about defensive weapon, and from beginning it was 5,000 helms. It's everything works so slow, and we have never forget. We have discussion pretty long time about Nord Stream 2, and actually take the right decision. The German government take the right decision because we Ukrainian, everyone hostage from energy resources of Russia, gas and oil, and they use that politically very much. And also we need fast decision with the weapons, because I want to repeat one more time, we defending not just our country and our families and our children, we defending every one of you, because we don't know how far go the plans of Russia. They go so far we're allowed to go. And please don't forget, the part of Germany was part of Soviet Empire. Thank you very much, and so many people tell it's enough. Support of Ukraine, it will be never enough so long we have this biggest war after the Second War, biggest war in Europe. It's our unity around Ukraine, our support and our wish to stop the war. Just if we stop, this war, we told we do it enough to save the lives of millions and to stop this disaster in our continent.
Mr. Mayor, thank you so much for joining. We're wrapping this up. It's so important the international community remains united in its support for Ukraine. Thank you so much. You have any closing remarks?
Closing remarks. Thank you very much for everyone. Deeply, from every Ukrainian. To stories, life stories of children. To story of children. Second week of the war, a lot of people in train station was totally breaking full, and some corner I visiting and checking the points always where the people was corner for the children, and the children bring from Bucha, pain from this part war, the real battle. One child crying. I come to him and told. They asked about the parents. I told, don't worry, the mom come very soon to you. And where's the father? I don't know, where's the father? Give 5, be tough, and I tried to push him and stop his crying. The women who follow him very take to me and tell, listen, this child actually don't know. Parents have died. He's alone right now. We have a lot of examples. This war touched everyone in Ukraine and not just in Ukraine. And we have to do everything to stop the war. The next story, short story. Thank you for government of Riga. It's mayor of Riga sent to 11 buses and told to every citizens of Riga, bring the support to some products. Somebody bring the Pampers, medical care, some food. Small boy, around 5-6 years, bring the glass with small money and tell, it's this money I collect lifelong. I don't know, maybe 50 euros inside, maybe 100 euros, small less. I want to give this money to children in Ukraine. Small boy, and the mayor give me this glass with the money. Small boy, but with big heart. Please, support Ukraine. We need your support. And you support not just Ukraine, you support yourself. We need to support the peace in the world, peace in Europe, and don't forget, we defending right now not just our families in our countries, in our hometown. We defending every one of you in this war can touch everyone. Please don't forget about that, and I want to say thank you very much who do it everything to stop this senseless war. Thank you, have a nice day, and we still fighting, still defending our country, and I drive back to Ukraine, and main priority, save Ukraine, save the world, save the peace in the world. And please, still around Ukraine, support Ukraine is the key for freedom in the world. Thank you.
Thank you.